So I'm just finishing off supering up some more nukes. I'm starting to have a little bit of trouble keeping ahead of everything, which I am not complaining at all about. Anyways, we are going through a heavy flow, and I just got to be able to keep ahead of it with our equipment. Things are going very well. The boxes are coming in heavy, and we just gotta ride this wave as long as we can. So I stumbled upon our trial builders, and Carrie has another graft going on inside these. And I'm just really curious on how things are going to look right now. I want to go inside and take a peek. These girls, we've made up middle of May. We maintained them in productive builders right through till beginning first, second week of June, I think. We are nearing the end of July right now, and we haven't added any bees. We haven't really maintained these at all. They're sitting in the middle of a canola field right now, so they have an abundance of nectar coming in. I have pollen traps on just to kind of stop the incoming forage from going into the negative control and the supplement hive. If we can't stop the pollen coming into the colonies that, you know, on their faces and stuff, so we can eliminate that pollen source. But I'm just going to quickly dig down in here. I think Carrie grafted these on Saturday. This will be the last. We're not going to do any more. We're right into the honey pull, and our focus is on the honey flow, not on a trial. So we're going to do one more count here. We're going to weigh out the royal jelly, weigh out the larvae, and when I get a chance, I'm going to compile all this information into the graph just to see what's going on. So I'll first dig into the negative control. There's virtually no bees in here. It's pretty thin. I doubt anything's going on this graph frame. So we have just half a frame of bees there. Crap, look at what Carrie's 2 blanks out of 15. Beautiful little cells. There is enough royal jelly in these. They're not brimming, but there's enough in there. It looks like, and they're just capping. So they're capping these really early. Okay, next one. This is the supplement and pollen. So this one is, so they've just about eaten their supplement. They're very, hardly any bees here. So this one allows free flight. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blanks out of the 15. The cells are being drawn down. Nothing spectacular. The cells aren't brimming, so, but nevertheless, she's got this figured. This one is pollen. So this is just the pollen that's coming in, free flight in out. This colony is, again, hardly any bees going on here. Looks pretty good. 1, 2. 2 in the graph hasn't taken. These are capped. So these cells, these guys are capping their cells quite early. I guess. Okay, so this one is just straight supplement. And no bees in here. They're not on the supplement at all. There's a few. There's a smattering of bees around. about the same as in the negative control. One, two, three, four, five, six blanks. And they're drawing down the cells. Nothing spectacular. Throughout this entire trial, I've walked into this, you know, under a certain assumption that there had to be nutrition within that colony for the bees to actually do anything. And according to what I've found here, controlling as many variables as I possibly can, the pollen, obviously she's shining, but and whether or not I had supplement on, the negative control has pretty much maintained cell building right from the start to the finish. And that's without having, that's with trapping the pollen from coming in, so restricting as much as we could, and by not providing any type of supplement, just sugars. Counting cells, you know, there's so many variables there, can't really count success on counting cells. Some of it has to do with graft, some of it has to do, I don't know, with a bunch of other stuff. But from the start to the finish, we've been counting the accepted cells, we've been weighing out the amount of royal jelly, we've been weighing the larvae, and then we've been dividing that number into the amount of cells that are accepted. And it just kind of gives us a little bit of an idea, a trend line, and what's going on within these colonies. Obviously, when I'm going to set up my builder, I'm going to set it up with pollen in the frames. I'm going to put supplement on, and I'm going to feed the hell of them. I'm not changing anything that way. But if I've learned anything from this entire process, it's that there is so much going on within the bees. The bees are providing so much of the nutrients that's needed to be able to develop out these cells, because it's those bees. The bees are the factor. If the negative control tells us anything, they're performing right from the start to the finish with basically trying to restrict any type of nutrition coming in. They're providing the nourishment needed to build out these cells, to provide that royal jelly, to feed that larvae. They're doing that basically from all the internal nutrients within themselves, providing it. So for the purposes of what I was trying to achieve here, I see that number one factor is young bees, and then we provide the nourishment and the nutrition and all the rest of the variables around that. That was cool. This project is done.